as the family comes round the room, what's the family going to say the next up? It's me and Pickford! Hello!
Hello!
You alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Nice of you to ask. Before we start the comedy, does anyone have a camera phone? And does anyone use Instagram? Do you know what Instagram is? Because that would make this next bit a lot easier. Good. Is it?
I know what it is. The picture's sharing.
There's not a prize.
I'm trying to tell Ash that there's someone else.
Right, it's okay. This has become like one of those American chat shows where people get far too involved far earlier than I'll find out. I've fathered at least 2 of your children, and one of them's black, and it really surprises me. It's really difficult, but yeah. People do make the choice to use Instagram, which is fine. You know, and they'll post pictures and stuff. That's fine. You make the choice, or you can make another choice and let your cat get on with its fucking life. Don't want to look at your cat. I don't even like looking at mine, right? The only time that my cat looks at me is when it wants feeding or to warn me that my gran's fallen over in the bog again. And I would work that out on my own eventually when there was no toast. And people do it like it's almost as if they want the cat to be famous, and the cat doesn't have the sort of biological abilities to become famous. You know, it couldn't cope with the fame. A cat could not even, you know, start a drug problem to cope with the fame of being a model. I don't know if you ever tried to shove a rolled up sweaty up a cat's nostril, but I would describe its attitude towards it as reticent. And also, it's like my granddad always said, you know, if you want to put a wig on something that badly, go and work in a hospice. I calls that joke the barometer, and at the moment it's pointing to stormy. No, life is about choices. Like a choice a lot of people make is to get fat. And I know a lot of you looking at me and thinking, I didn't know Claire Balding had a thyroid problem. But, like they do, and it's usually like you have one love in your life and like you completely in love with them, and should be called something dead exotic like Rolex or Seconda. And you know, every word that comes out of her mouth is cool, crisp and clear like an alpine stream, and you wake up holding her in your arms in the morning as a shield against the awful terrors that dawn reveals, and then she'll leave you because she finds out that you've got no money prospects or your own toes. And then you end up going out with someone called Beryl who has her own Breville and needs you to pluck a hair out of her back. And you know, that's about the time you decide that you're going to butter your fruit. And then you decide to get fat, and it's this terrible thing, because I was watching a documentary about big fat people on Channel 4. So it had a very sensitive title. I think it was called Britain's Fattest Cunts. And it was on just after the homeless with a scrotum for a face. And then after it, presented by Ant and Dec, was Britain's Fattest, Ugliest Lesbian Tory Gypsy Gay Gangbang. And then that comes on, and you think, you watch it. You're watching it, you know, I was watching it, and why have you been in it? Is that what it is?
Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, thank God. Oh, by the way, you were going to get the appearance fee for that, but you weren't quite right-wing enough to fit in. They picked some foot clump from Garforth and he fit in perfectly because his foot looks like a bell and he'll fuck anything that's going, but you're fine. You probably get your quiche delivered by a milkman living around here, so that's absolutely fine. watching it. I was watching this documentary, and it was terrible. You know, like I only came twice, and it was disgusting. I thought it must be terrible. You know, it must be absolutely terrible to get so that you're so fat that the best possible outcome of you losing weight is looking like someone's draped marzipan over a hat stand. Or that someone's left the clothes on a washing line but they're all made of tripe. That must be a bit too dark to open with. Edinburgh is a long way away, and a lot of those people are Americans, so they'll think it's ironic, and then they'll buy me a beer and say happy birthday, Liam, even though it's not my birthday. Well, that's gone well. There's a lot of good people here have good genetic makeup. It's good. Like you at the front who's a welder, you've been in the periphery of my vision all the time we've been on this venture together, and all that's going through my head is that you look like you could proper punch the living fuck out of a horse. Whenever I ask that, there's no denial. It's like, he must have been there thinking, no one will see me skulking around this paddock. One boxing glove, like one of them machines you put a coin in and just bang like that. I reckon you go for Shetland ponies, because they'll crack at the hip before a normal horse. You'll never go for a Shire horse because they're you know. What sort of horse?
Race horse.
Dirty bastard. Is that your nickname in the pub? Because you only go for the black ones or something? I'm the racehorse. I love it here because a debate forms after everyone's on it. Is this ethical? It's probably not, it's fine. But I love the fact, like, if I need a welder, I'll definitely phone Tadwell because you're wearing the baseball cap that they put on it. Definitely. I don't need any done, but I will be sure to ring Tadwell. But Jesus Christ. I'm amazed you're not bankrupt. How can you afford that? I need a lot of welding done. Well, we're too expensive. Go to Spazweld on the road. They'll sort you out properly. You work for Spazweld. This is amazing. This is brilliant. You've formed your own York Welding Council, and you've all got together. And like, although we do have, moralistically, we're different when it comes to welding. Like, we weld badly, but Tad weld properly. We can do a sort of half-assed job and get paid the same money.
No, definitely not.
It wasn't meant to be like this. I don't even know what. Look at me.
I'm still laughing. What you mean?
Because I've never welded. I'm looking at a proper bloke. It's like looking at a gorilla with a blowtorch. That's the material now, you selfish bastard. Well, because you keep talking. See, you like that. You know you're in school and there was an autistic child at the front of the class. So it's all about me, it's all about me. Well, it's not, because you'll end up working at Tadweld and I'll be here in this second-hand shirt and I'll be like, hey mum, you know all that money you sent me to university? Well, I spent it all on methadone, and now you think I'm a failure, but I'm not, because I'm helping to advertise Tadweld. It's an amazing world, Tadwell. It sounds like something a Viking would say when he had a wank that was disappointing. Tadwell. Anyway, what's brilliant about that? That's covered 5 minutes I didn't have written. So thank you for that.
It's alright, I'm certainly proud of it.
He's still doing it. What has happened is basically science, but it's been misunderstood. By me, it's my fault. I decided to engage with Tadweld and endorse its product. What's your favourite blowtorch? Answers on a postcard. The best answer. We'll do a raffle at the end. What's the best welder? You can be the judge, and the person wins a free blowtorch. I was on about you punching a horse, and it's descended into shameless and awful heavy industry marketing. So, have we got anyone who works in a mill? Just so we can make it proper Yorkshire, you know. Has anyone sheared a sheep with the teeth? There we go. Dude, we can enter Eurovision as a novelty band and win. It'd be fucking amazing. You can't. I was on about, it doesn't even matter anymore, does it really? It's gone past mattering, it's transcended a level of consciousness into one of Tadwell. Like, you'll go for a date with your girlfriend and she'll be like, oh, I stood on a chicken on the way here, and you'll be just going, Tadwell. So yeah, you look like you punch the fuck out of a horse. Seamless! Brilliant. You can't punch a horse though, unless like there was provocation. Otherwise it'd be assault, and then you would end up in court. Although to be fair to you, the horse would be a very shit witness. It couldn't swear on the Bible because horses are Jewish, and when it did get up into the dock, like the barrister would say to the horse, "Can you see the man who punched me in court here today?" And the horse would go, I like that for two reasons. One, it lets me know who in the room doesn't know what sound a horse makes. So if they do get too close on Twitter, I can block them immediately. And secondly, like, I'm aware that is a dog shit, cheap joke. It's awful, but I am still proud of it, and I can imagine it's what fathering an ugly child feels like, you know. You're not happy about it, but one day you will need that kidney. So, you know, best stick with it, really. You know. So, segue. Has anyone got any tattoos? Well, this is going to go fucking brilliant.
You're bullshitting. You got one. You quiet.
You go, sister. I feel. None of this. This is meant for an arts festival with real people. I didn't want, like, I feel like I'm a really sort of cheap, sort of country fate version of Take Me Out. Like, I've turned up and I've told you I've got my own feet and I own a cow, and you've just allowed me to stay on stage for this one. No likey, no likey. But you've sold the lights for crack. Now, that was something about tattoos, wasn't that? Because I'll ask again. Just someone pretend. Has anyone got a tattoo?
Gemma.
Give a round of applause for Gemma. Are you happy with it? Are you good? That's great. No. I was thinking about getting one, but I do worry how it will look when I get old. You know, when you're sat in the home and your bag's filling up and you're looking at the telly wishing you had the blood pressure requisite enough to crack a dusty one out over countdown, and you're counting down the seconds till it's time for the unwilling Polish agency nurse to throw a prune in your mouth so you don't die, you know, that sort of thing. When you're waiting for death, you don't want to be pulling back the flaps of derelict arm skin because you can't quite make out whether you fell in love with Carl or Carol. You don't want that. You want something you can have fun with, you know. Enjoy that, love. As I've been thinking about it, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a Rottweiler's face done on that thigh, and I'm going to get a Rottweiler's face done on that thigh, so that when I'm a fit, it looks like two dogs fighting over the same sausage. No laughter. That's brilliant. It's an amazing idea. I hope he does them outside after. I'll pay him at least a £5. That was the oddest reaction to that joke that I've ever got. If I've got Tadwell's approval, the sky's the fucking limit. Hiya, is that Michael McIntyre's Comedy Roadshow? Yeah, well, fuck John Bishop, because I've got the approval of the well What's he got? Millions of fans? Alright, play. Fucking hell. How long have I done now? Because I've had enough of this. What? He said that like, oh, there's two people talking to me actually. I've stayed at say hello to Simon. Simon's a nice guy.
Hi, Simon.
And they looked at you like you do have that haircut. Does he think he's Jesus? Because he's not. He just drank my water. Sorry, that will go badly in God bless York. But I must have done enough now because the shin's starting to hurt, and that's generally the time you have. It's been a lot of fun. But you can have too much fun, which is a fact to which sufferers of type 2 diabetes are more than willing to attest. There's one at the bar. Can I get 2 Mars bars and a shot of Tate and Lyle? Yes, please. Yeah, I've fucking invested in this disease, so it's time it paid dividends. I feel like a fat co-op. Eventually, all this will come good. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't have a ukulele. I play a proper guitar that's not meant. Imagine, right, if you had a midget child, you should just give it a ukulele and they'd think it was a normal guitar. Save a load of money at Christmas. I'm going to leave you on a joke. It's the first joke of the fucking set, so do enjoy it. It's the American joke from America, so good luck! Hey, said the woman, is that a gun in your pocket, or are you just pleased to see me? Man, no, it's a gun.